Previously on
Life on Stage, the MSC Poesia series.
We're losing her! Get me 10 cc's, now!
You can't die on me, Elizabeth.
Hold on! That's not a wave! It's a lie!
If they find out about us, everything falls apart.
Then they can come for us both.
Oh, hi. Sorry, you put me in the middle of my 19th read-through of Ulysses by James Joyce. While I've got you here, though, just a quick note before this episode starts. This is actually part 2 of my MSC Poesia series, so if you haven't watched part 1 yet, shame on you. No, you should probably do that. So I'll put a link somewhere up here for you to click on, and then come back and join me right here. Not right here, but in this video. If you have already watched part 1, good work. You can crack straight on with part 2.
I don't know why there's a tiny version of a boat there. Some art.
One art!
No, we're not doing that again. Okay, this is the main reception area, or the atrium, as I believe it's called on a lot of ships. Obviously decked out for Christmas. I performed down there in the reception a couple of times myself. They have a casino on board. When we're at sea, we're in international waters, so gambling is legal. The sushi bar here is one of the special restaurants they have on the ship. This is the wine bar called El Grappolo d'Oro. I've mangled that, but it's Italian for the Golden Bunch. I actually performed here in this venue for the first 3 days that I was on the ship, and I absolutely loved it. Great guests in here. Then they moved me up onto the stage in Bar do Poeti. Speaking of which, here it is. There's my on-stage setup. So there's a few areas of the ship that I completely forgot to film, so you're going to have to look at some photos instead, I'm afraid. We've got one of the other lounges that was alongside Bar de Poeti, which was the Zebra Bar. It's not obvious why they called it that. There was the Pigali Lounge, I think that's how you say it. Some of my musical colleagues play in these venues every night. These are the guest restaurants where you have to book a table in advance. Now all the high-key, skibbity people end up going here. I'm cool. Which is the disco up on deck 14. And there's also this really cool entertainment area here full of arcade games. Okay, here's the theatre with the guest comedian Herbie Adams performing. I met Herbie actually. We had a nice cup of tea and a lovely chat together at one point. He's a good lad. Well now, this is where I spent 90% of my time on the ship, in the guest buffet! The reason I spend so much time here is this. The free tea.
Yay!
Yorkshire tea at that. So I rinsed those. The MSC mugs I love so much that they've almost found their way into my luggage, but they haven't, right? Let's make that clear, I haven't taken any. So you've got your classic array of buffet food. This is, what's that? Fish and meat of some sort. There's your breads, your bakery section. All the sauces. Well, the three main ones. some pre-made salads, salad, some kind of meat, roast meat. I love getting my roast meat from the Daily Carveries. Oh, sorry. And then everyone's favourite, the desserts. They don't have the biggest selection on here while I'm filming. I think maybe this was lunchtime or something and they had less on offer, but still, all looks very nice. So you may or may not know this, but there's a tradition in the cruising world to hide small ducks around the ship. I was very fortunate to receive a few little ducks as gifts from passengers on board, so I've collected them all together here. Some of them were from a lady called Donna, as you can see. Cheers, Donna. Let's give them all names. Meet Leanne, Graham, Beverly, and Todd.
What, Todd? Seriously?
That's right, Noddy. Christmas Day on the MSC Poesia. And here's the incredible team of musicians who were on board for the Christmas cruise. The amazing kitchen staff put on this incredible display of Christmas breads for a special Christmas feast in the buffet. I was fortunate enough to grab a few things before heading back to work. So here we've got gravlax, my first time ever eating that. It was beautiful. Some Russian salad, a spinach and feta parcel, and some honey roasted beef. Okay, moving on to New Year's. Obviously a very special occasion for everyone on board. And here comes the countdown in Bar de Poetti.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now you know this song. It is a little bit of Auld Lang Syne. Come on, I want to see what on this stands for. Sing it out to me, come on.
Right, time for another day trip. This time to Southampton in the UK. Now I grew up in a town not very far away from Southampton, so I've been here many times, but I don't remember going to see any of the historical parts. I'm informed that I did, but I was quite young, so I thought, let's go and look at the beautiful old parts of the city. Starting with the Bar Gate, which is right in the centre of the city and was built in Norman times, meaning it's very old. We're looking at 1180, around that time. Some lions, because obviously we had those in England, we're famous for it. There's just some slightly unnecessary details. And there's some old Tudor buildings as well. This is called the Tudor House, and it's actually a museum. You can go inside and it's set up like it would have been in the 15th century. Here's a little montage of some other historical buildings in the city. Enjoy! Now, one of the great things about Southampton is they have some of the original city walls still intact, and you can even walk on them. So these date back to the 13th century, the 1200s. So I really enjoyed exploring and walking along these magnificent old walls. Right, no rest for the wicked. Time for another show.
Sing it with me. When I find myself in times of trouble, all the men comes to me, speaking of words of wisdom, let me. And in my hour of darkness, she is standing right in front of me, speaking of words of wisdom, let me. Here we go. Let it be.
Here we are, 3 days into the new year, 2026, and things got magical. Snow! Everyone loves a bit of snow, especially in the middle of the ocean. And then we woke up in Hamburg to this. Apparently it had been snowing here since New Year's Day, so that's 3 days it snowed for, and the snow was thick. So I stepped just outside the cruise terminal in what can only be described as treacherous and very aggressive conditions to see the snow. You can see it piled up here. I think she's confused. You need to be on a hill. A snowman! I didn't make this, obviously, otherwise it would have been much better. Duh. I just want to quickly highlight some of the talent on board with me. The actual talent, so not me, basically. The standard of musicianship on cruise ships, that rhymes, is genuinely ridiculous. I mean, just listen to this. So, that was my Christmas and New Year's at sea. A bit of music, a bit of snow, a suspicious amount of buffet food, and somehow we all survived. If you enjoyed coming along for this ride, feel free to stick around. There'll be more cruises, more gigs, and probably more mildly questionable life choices to come in future videos on this channel. Don't forget to
like and subscribe.
Sorry, I mean
like and subscribe.
Cheers, me dears.